Hi everyone, this is Pedagogo Reviews, reviewing albums and EPs from popular, old school, lesser known and independent artists. Now, if you watched my previous video, you'll know why I have this moustache. It's all in support of Movember, and throughout this month I'm going to leave the official website link in the description box below, so if you please go and check it out. Check out other people's tashes, maybe take a picture of your own tash and upload it. Just support the great cause, because it's fun and it's all for good stuff. So, tell me, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say the words All Saints? For people who were born maybe late 80s or mid 80s and had their childhood throughout the 90s and really wish that they could go back to that time and just relive the whole experience, the first thing I'm hoping that comes to your mind when I say All Saints is this.
A few questions that I need to know. How you could ever hurt me so. I need to know what I've done wrong and how long it's been going on. Was it that I never paid enough attention, or did I not give enough affection? Not only will your answers keep me sane, but I'll know never to make the same mistake again. You can tell me to my face, or even on the phone. You can write it in a letter. Either way, I have to know. Did I never treat you right? Did I always start the fight? Either way, I'm going out of my mind. All the answers to my questions I have to find. My head's spinning.
Yes, the ongoing, long, slightly monotone, but oh so brilliant Never Ever. The song that will probably forever define All Saints. But they were no one-trick pony, mind you. They had numerous hits, and today I will be talking about the first batch and the lesser-known tracks from their debut album, All Saints, which was released on the 24th of November 1997 through an independent label called London Records. After recently listening to this glorious debut, I realised that I never really appreciated the group when they first came out, because I thought they were a bit cheesy. The songs I Know Where It's At, Never Ever, as great as it is, and Booty Call, I thought it was all a bit, we're trying really hard to be urban, which is very intelligent for an 8-year-old to think, really. But what I did like was the joint single of Under the Bridge and Lady Marmalade, or Lady Marmalade, whichever you want. Sorry, I had to take off my jumper because I was getting really hot and sweaty. It's kind of gross. But as I was saying, I really like the Under the Bridge cover, and I think it's really different. As Louis Walsh would say, you made it your own, and I'm going to say yes. Really bad accent. I'm sorry to all of the Irish population there. But they did make it their own. They had like different lyrics. I think that was at the request of Anthony Kiedis, which is fine. But they had the edgy guitar, they had this great beat to it, and the verses sounded different. It was kind of sexy, moody. So I really enjoyed it. And I think the video for Lady Marmalade and Under the Bridge, because they were joined together, the videos for those two songs were a good representation of kind of what All Saints were all about, because you know, they have the apartment where they're having a party and stuff, and then the floor caves in and you're like, whoa, shit, dude. It's getting real in here. But what I'm talking about is that all of the videos that they have are really quite dark. There isn't much light in them, and they all wear kind of dull coloured clothes, and there's never really bright colours. So it was just catching the cool of the time. There's some trip hoppy and some heavy R&B influences in there, and I actually think it's quite racy and quite sexy. But it was certainly needed at the time of pop, because there was lots of Steps and S Club 7 and Boyzone and Spice Girls, and I love these groups, but I'm not slagging them off at all. I loved those groups at the time, definitely. But whereas all these groups like Hyperactive or singing soppy love songs or just in-your-face pop, All Saints were just kind of like chilling out, hanging out with the groove, probably like smoking a doobie backstage or something. Don't quote me on that, they probably weren't, I'm just giving an example. But just to show you what I mean when I'm saying this, I'll just show you what I would like to do whilst they play.
It's hard to believe there's nobody out there. It's hard to believe that I'm all alone.
you see what I mean. And when I listen to this album, I think of Janet Jackson's That's the Way Love Goes. If you haven't heard that song, then go and listen to it and then you'll get what I mean. It's an amazing song. But I think it's because in the video for that song, all of the people like get into the groove, and that's what I do in my head with the song. I say in my head because if I actually get into the groove, I look like I just did. But do you see what I mean? All Saints are like the anti-girl group girl group. They're more for like teenagers and maybe people in their 20s. And I do say people as in boys and girls because that's the thing. Whereas like Spice Girls and Steps and everything is more directed at women and girls, like young girls. All Saints could be listened to by some boys because it's got that whole groove, that like sexiness and all that kind of stuff. And also they're a lot hotter than I think Spice Girls were. And all of these factors contribute to why this is a great album. I can't think of any other British girl group at that time who had this like urban R&B genre feel to them. I think maybe Eternal possibly, but I'd say they were more kind of positive gospel-y pop. So any other groups that were in this same genre as All Saints are probably from another country, like most probably the US. As a roundup, I think that this album is really great, and for something that was created and released 15 years ago, I don't even think it sounds that dated. But I would give this a 4 out of 5 because I think it's a really good album for a girl group especially, and a lot of pop groups, I think, or pop artists seem to release like the best tracks from their album, so you're like really excited about it and then you get there and you're just like, oh, the rest of them is pretty shit. But I think that there was the reverse with this. They actually released the worst tracks from their album and the rest of them are much better, so apart from Under the Bridge. So I would have a listen to it and let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you disagree with me incredibly or if you really like it as well. Right, now I haven't posted any links in the description box below for anything All Saints because they are now finished and kaput. If you really want to check them out, then I suggest you just go and Google them on the internet or on YouTube and check out some of their songs. So thanks for watching, everyone. On Friday I will be reviewing a rising band called Canterbury and their second album, Heavy in the Day. Remember to check out the Movember website, which I've posted in the description box below. For more reviews, go to the Pedagogo Music channel, and to keep up to date with the latest Pedagogo reviews, just subscribe. For now, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on Friday.